Okay, I'm looking to go long here. We had a nice move up on the longer time frame. We're essentially looking at gold tested back up into this range. So we've flipped back up into this overall longer term auction. So I'm expecting for the top edge of this to be tested, and then we basically opened up strong, rallied up, held, and then we've had another rally up. So we've had this little small drop down here. Tried, little dip under, and some volume came in, so I just got long here. So this is a really nice reaction. I'm just looking to target up into this high volume node up here. Just basically a nice little push, continuation long. We've now got this demand as support and this high volume area. So I'd expect this to hold. This is basically where my entry is. And yeah, hopefully we just hold and get this little break up into this high volume node. In terms of risk, now at this point I'll get my stop below this demand area. So that's basically what we're looking at. Stop below the demand area, see if we want to hold this, and then just break this high for a nice quick little flush up into, probably go just below the 60, so 59.9, just below this high volume node here is what I'm looking at, and we'll see if we can get the move up. So we just missed my target. I gave the stop a little bit more room, so I just pulled it down to see the reaction under this demand. So we essentially flush these lows, and then we have the nice stronger balance back above, so which was sort of what I was expecting for it to try and do. So still in this trade, that's really the new demand now. I definitely wouldn't be moving my stop, and realistically I probably should have taken it off here, but didn't quite get out in time, and we're now pulling back. But I think it's probably good for a nice break of this high up into this high volume node. I think price probably wants to get up there and test it. So we'll see. It's all looking pretty good. I could potentially add to the trade here. Whether I will or not. We'll just leave it and see if it wants to play out. If we get up into this high, I'll definitely take one off. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to take one off there. So one off. I'm going to put my risk behind this high volume node, and then hopefully we can just get a nice push through. I'm going to get pretty aggressive with managing it up here. Might get taken out, but don't want to give back. All right, that's fine. So that was a nice move. Basically took the trade in off this area and had the nice push up. Didn't quite make the high volume node, but still. So that's 343 for the day so far. First trade, one trade, that's always good. For another long here, just a continuation of this idea, this nice uptrend. We had a dip down into this demand, a little flip. We put in some volume down here, nice volume on negative delta, and then we basically flipped that. So I've just gone long, some decent size. I'm just going to look for just a break of this next high, just a continuation of the uptrend idea. The overall context is we're just basically breaking back up into this range, so I'm just expecting the top edge of this range to be taken. Realistically, this high to be tested. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Nice little push there at the moment. In terms of the stops, they can go below this demand area. And realistically now we've got this demand, so I'll be looking to see if that wants to hold. See if we get a little test, and then if we get a push and a break back up above probably this high, at that point I'd look to get below this demand area. Push there. I'm going to get my stops below this demand area, and I'm also just watching this to see if we want to maybe scale out. Just keep an eye on volume here. Some volume coming in at this high, but hopefully we can still just continue. We've now got this bulk of volume here. We've got all of this volume here that we can use now as protection. So hopefully this will keep price up, and we can just get a nice little pop up. Up into these highs, I'll probably look to start scaling a little bit out. So okay, I'm gonna look to try and get. All right, so we got one off there. Still just want to see if we want to get that pop. Alright, beautiful, nice. So that was a nice flush through the highs. Pretty straightforward trade. We basically had just a continuation of this idea, right? So we took this trade up here for the break, then we've got this move back down into test into this demand, a little dip under, a little bit of trapped volume, and then a nice little imbalance back up for a flush and a breakup of the highs. Probably wouldn't be looking for longs now too much more now that we're back up into the high end of this general, yesterday's general distribution. So we're up at the top edge of value. So I wouldn't really be looking for longs now, probably until we get back up into this value, come back down, test, and then potentially look for longs. We could come back down now to yesterday's point of control before going higher. So pretty good profit. So 1,051 on the Apex account. I'll probably leave it at that for the day. See, maybe I'll come back in London and see what that does.